Tech Table. Tech Table. Tech Table.
Hello and welcome to the Tech Table, the Technical Staff and Theatre Workers podcast. It's the podcast in which I talk to people who work in the technical side of the entertainment industry about how they got in, their experiences, and any advice they can give to anyone getting in. This is episode 2 of season 6. Really enjoyed episode 1. I hope you did too. The downloads and listener figures have been fantastic. Thank you so much. Looking forward to this episode. If you want to give us a shout on the email, it's techtablepod@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on the socials, we are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads and YouTube, all on Tech Table Pod. Look out for YouTube because there is some video content coming along soon for some of the interviews that we have started videoing. So, yes, look forward to that. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell anyone who is interested in the technical side of the entertainment industry and anyone who's not, because it might make them interested. Yes, so thank you very much. And without further ado, let's get on to our next guest. I'm here with my guest at this time. If you'd like to introduce yourself and tell me what your current job title is.
So my name's Dickie Bower and I am a production sound engineer.
Excellent. How did you get into theatre?
So I started at school many years ago and then ended up applying to National Youth Theatre. From National Youth Theatre I went on to help out with one of the sound designers was looking after the BBC Proms season.
Right, okay.
So I started doing load-ins, load-outs whilst I was doing National Youth Theatre, which then ended up into looking after the big orchestras on stage.
And that's at the Albert Hall?
At the Albert Hall, yeah.
Wow, okay.
And so kind of slightly back to front to everyone else, I possibly started in one of the bigger, more prestigious venues in the world, and gradually worked my way down the trees to a certain extent these days and enjoy doing some of the smaller stuff.
Excellent. So you did National Youth Theatre. Did you do any other training at all?
So once I'd done A-levels, I went off to Guildhall School of Music and Drama.
Excellent.
And I did a 3-year degree in what was then stage management and technical theatre.
Right, okay. Decided not to be a stage manager.
Definitely decided. Well, I think that was possibly made for me, that decision. But no, always had the idea that technical was the way I was heading.
Excellent. So what was your first paid job in theatre? Was it the Proms?
Yes, it was. There we are. Yeah, BBC Proms.
Wow, that's not a bad first paid job, really.
No, it's quite cool.
Excellent. So in your career, have you ever come across any or had any issues, anybody holding you back, anything like that? Any naming no names? Or have
no, I think a lot of the time it's all about being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Massive. And if you've shown the interest and you've decided that you're not going out there straight away to be, I am a sound designer and that is my goal, and you're willing to learn more, because even now, 20-odd years on, every day is still a school day.
Yeah.
Especially with the rate at which stuff changes in terms of technology, the way in which people working out. Everything is changing, and so long as you can accept that straight away from the offset, that you're still there to learn and learn from those that have been there and done it before.
Yeah.
And either copy what they've done or modify what they've done is great outset to look at. If you go in going, no, we're going to do it like this because I've had this really good idea, but I've never tried anything before.
Right.
You'll fall flat on your face, and people won't be interested in trying to help you go further.
The other thing I've noticed is that people go sometimes coming and change things without asking why things are done the way they are in the first place.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time things will get changed and they'll try and do it the way that has been tried before.
Yes.
And has been decided that...
Yeah, there's been a few times where I've sat back and gone, no, we should do it like this because we've done that before. And people have insisted, and you go, OK, carry on.
Yeah.
And eventually they will come round to go, that doesn't work, does it? Like, no. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
So should we try this instead?
Yes.
Oh, right, OK. And everyone takes it as a learning moment. And
Yes.
It's about sometimes being able to step back and go, no, let people learn, let people make mistakes as well.
Yeah, because it's not about proving people wrong.
No.
It's about letting them learn
Why.
why, yeah.
I think one of the big things is I was really lucky. I was very much, my career started at the back end of the analogue world.
Right.
Just before all the big digital stuff was coming out.
Yeah.
And that as a grounding and understanding how the analogue side of something works and then has been morphed into the digital side
Yeah.
is absolute firm foundation of knowing what the underlying principle is of how audio goes in to how it comes out.
Signal chain.
Signal chain, all the way through. And
Absolutely.
if you can follow that without physically being able to see it because it's hidden in a computer and not just going, well, I know that if I press that and do that and do that, it appears here.
Yeah.
Understanding why and how there is the process to it.
Yep.
So huge.
Well, it is also, it's a good way of troubleshooting as well.
Yeah.
If you know how things get from point A to point B, not just in sound but in anything, then you can then trace it back and find out what a problem could be.
And knowing that moment to go, okay, my problem is with this. Do I start at the beginning of the chain or the end of the chain? Where is my most likely point of failure that I need to look at?
Yeah, absolutely.
And normally it'll be the really simple thing that everyone goes, oh, that won't be a problem.
Yeah. Excellent. So what would you say are the pros and cons of working in the industry?
Pros are you meet an absolute fabulous array of different people, and the social side of working in this industry is brilliant.
Yeah.
The downside of it is the hours in which you socialise versus everyone else in the world, and the hours in which we work. Not necessarily great, and sometimes, you have to stump the really, really long days on.
Yeah.
And they happen, but that's how we make shows happen.
They happen in every industry as well, don't they?
Yeah. But consequently to that is now people are more accepting of the factor that, okay, you've worked 28 hours in the first 3 days of the week. Let's make sure you don't do that again for the following 3 days.
Yes, absolutely. Which is good, because it never used to be like that.
It never used to be like that at all. No, it's like, no, we've moved the show now. Right, we're going to move it again this week. Let's go and start again.
Yeah. Absolutely. So what would you say is a common misconception that you see of anybody who's new trying to get in the industry? What do they think the industry is that it isn't?
Oh, well, that is good. That I think a lot of people think it's a lot glitzy, more glamorous than it actually is.
Yeah.
The number of photos of me where I've appeared covered in dust and dirt from crawling out of a void in some back of some Victorian theatre, and everyone goes, it's great, you must love what you do. It's like, no.
And I'm sure the photos of that far outweigh the photos of you having a party with some famous person.
Yeah, there's not many of them. And equally, it's not all just about being in theatre, so it is that, right, we're doing a random corporate event in a factory.
Yeah.
And we did one out in Germany, and I literally came out covered every day in black oil because it was an engineering room that we were using as the event space.
Oh, lovely.
It was horrible.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I should have asked you this earlier, give us a list of other jobs you've had since the Proms.
Since the Proms, so I went full-time with Autograph for a few years. Started in their hire store, worked my way up to being one of their production engineers. I then left Autograph to do...
Which, before you go on, is another good route in.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. That if you can start at the bottom and like in a warehouse, understanding the kit that's coming in through the door and what it is, and being able to put it away, to then being at the other end of it where you're getting it out for someone to prep, to being the person that preps it, to being the person that uses it, absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Because knowing the difference between what's an amplifier and what's a UPS, they look the same, they weigh the same, do two completely different jobs.
Well, absolutely, yes. Yeah, they do.
But so with Autograph, then I left Autograph to go to do London Olympics.
Oh, right, okay.
Which was one of those moments I'd been thinking about going freelance for a while, and all of a sudden someone offered me 70-something days in a row, and it was like, you know what, if I'm doing it, now is the moment to do it. And spent the summer running around outdoor spaces, putting speakers up, digging cables into fields, and then taking them down and moving them to the next venue, ready for the next event that was happening.
Wow.
It was good fun.
Well, that's a once-in-a-lifetime thing as well, isn't it?
Well, I then went to Russia and did the same again for the Winter Olympics.
Oh, right, okay, fine.
But yeah.
Not a lot of digging cables into fields in Russia, though.
No, there wasn't. There was digging them into snow instead, that then melted. But, who needs snow for Winter Olympics?
Well, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, then I went back I did Les Mis out in Seoul, and did South Korean tour.
Not North Korean tour.
North Korean tour. No, that'd be a very different experience.
It would have been.
And then back into London for Book of Mormon, which has been a large part of the last 13 years.
Gosh.
Yes. Some of us have been on that for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And then moving shows around for other production engineers with the Les Mises, the Phantoms, Lion Kings. And then, looking after Beautiful and Book of Mormon for quite a while as well.
Excellent. So you're a classic example of travelled everywhere and seen none of it.
Yes. We had a moment on Book of Mormon this time round where we went, our travel day is Wednesday morning, and we booked our flights home for Wednesday night, and we went and did the open-top bus tour around Dublin.
Oh, lovely.
Having been there 20 times, it's the first time I'd seen more than the venues, the docks outside, and the airport.
Wow.
And the weather coincided to be hot and sunny as well, which was unusual.
Oh, great.
So, brilliant day out.
Lovely. Good. What advice would you give to anybody who's trying to get into the industry?
Make sure that you keep up your contacts. Make sure you know anyone who you meet, get to know them, understand what role they do, and how you can help them. And in the long run, that'll turn back to how can they help you. Because a lot of us sit there going, someone's dropped out of a move on Sunday night. I need someone now. And we had it classic last weekend. Someone was very ill, couldn't make the load out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I spoke to someone in London who went, actually, I know someone in Scotland who could get to Glasgow in time for me to do the load out.
Yeah.
Which was brilliant. And it's that you might not really know someone, but when you need a friend in the industry, someone will be able to help you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also, there's no harm in just keeping in touch and saying, look, I am still here.
Yeah. I mean, big thing, we're at ABTT today, and the amount of people that I've bumped into that I haven't seen for a very long time.
Oh, yes.
And you suddenly go, I've remembered who you are, which means you've remembered who I am.
Yeah.
And it helps just make sure that everyone knows how to keep in touch with each other, and it'll put you at the top of the list again if you've worked your way down that list of who's available.
Excellent. And that's everything I've got. So
woohoo!
Thank you very much. Hey, big thank you to Dickie there. Really enjoyed talking to Dickie about that. Interesting, the difference between a production sound engineer and a sound engineer is quite interesting. So that's really good to talk to him. Thank you so much for the continued downloads. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for all the messages that we're getting. It's really, really encouraging, really good signs, really good numbers. Thank you. If you want to get in touch with us via the email, it is techtablepod@gmail.com. If you want to get in touch with us on the socials, give us a follow. It's Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, and Threads, and YouTube. And they're all Tech Table Pod. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell anyone you know who is interested in the technical side of the industry, and anyone who's not interested, because it might make them interested. A huge thank you to Megan G and Jade and Flynn and Nathan, who are Team Tech Table. I wouldn't be able to do this without them, so it's really good, and they're really helping. So yes, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you are looking forward to episode 3 as much as I am. And so until then, I shall see you all next week.